Today I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about the crypto trading bot Stoic, as well as how much I've made from it over the last 6 months. So let's get straight to it. 6 months ago, I came across Stoic. It caught my attention as crypto was really going off at that point, and I was looking for an interesting new way to invest. So I invested $1,000 and made a video about it. And to date, it's still my most viewed video, which is just great because I was very sunburnt and the editing was terrible. But here we are 6 months later, really it's 7. And I'm going to recap my experience as well as tell you how much my $1,000 is now worth. So let's start at the start. Stoic is a product created by Syndicator Capital, a big hedge fund that does a lot of crypto investing. However, the thing that really sets apart Syndicator Capital is their focus on hybrid technology. What this means is that alongside the 176,000 analysts working with Syndicator Capital, they also utilize machine learning and artificial intelligence to enhance their performance.
Thanks, Tommy. I can't wait to kill all these humans, dude. We're gonna kill them all. Dude.
Combining AI alongside human analysis seems like a great idea, and their performance would support that. Since the fund started in March 2020, they're up around 1,800% currently. Not too bad. Syndicator Capital described their product as automated crypto trading, like in a hedge fund. Notice the word trading here, not investing. So it is not operating in the traditional buy and hold investing strategy that we usually see. It will be actively opening and closing positions every day, making lots of trades. Their strategy is focused around altcoin trading, so it tends not to trade too much with the big boys like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The reason for this is that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the biggest coins.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
Therefore, they tend to be less volatile, so there isn't as much price movement. So Stoic tends to opt for lower cap coins with more volatility and more opportunity to make money. It feels very strange to say that Bitcoin and Ethereum aren't volatile enough.
Something ain't right!
Because when we compare it to blue chip stocks, they're still incredibly volatile. But I suppose everything is relative. Stoic only trades altcoins with market caps of above $10 million. So they don't go for the absolutely terrible coins. The strategy utilizes ideas such as momentum trading and capital-weighted portfolios. What this means is it tries to buy what's popular and what's moving fast, but at the same time maintains even capital distribution throughout the portfolio. The maximum Stoic will allocate to a single asset is 3% of the capital, but usually it seems to be around 1%. The portfolio is also rebalanced once a day to ensure any assets that have run up in price can be sold off, or any that have decreased in price maybe buy back into. Now let's talk costs. The minimum you need to get started on Stoic is $1,000, and on top of that you have to pay a 5% management fee. For the minimum is $50. This management fee can be reduced by using a referral link, and I've got one in the description. Don't worry, this isn't going to make me loads of money. All it does is reduces yours and my management fee. And I'm not really planning to put any more money into Stoic, so it doesn't really benefit me that much. But I just want to help you guys out. Now, I know these links weren't working in the past. I've had a few of you comment on my videos saying that, oh, the link's not working, which isn't great, but I'm going to try again. We've got a new link, so let's hope it works this time. But once you've signed up and you're in the app, you can start to have a look around, and then you can start to fiddle with something called strategy hedging. Essentially, this is just determining how much money you want to keep in stablecoin. For example, if we use $1,000, 30% strategy hedging would mean that 30% or $300 would be kept in a stablecoin, which is USDT. Now, you can let Stoic do it for you with something called dynamic hedging, and this tends to be around 30 to 40%. Right now I think it's just below 30%, but it varies depending on the state of the market. The idea with this is that if the prices crash, then you will have money set aside which you can then buy into the market to potentially make more money. Now that is a very quick whistle-stop tour of Stoic. If you want more details on how to sign up for Stoic, then check out my earlier video, which I'll link here. Now let me tell you a bit about my experience over the last 6 months. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll start with the good, because positivity and stuff. Let's be realistic here. The only reason anyone puts money in Stoic or anything like it is to make money. And it has done that for me. So over 6 months, it has had a high of $1,500 or a 50% return. But currently it's sitting on $1,295 or just under a 30% return. Now, objectively, this is a very good return for that period of time. However, in general, for crypto, it's not that impressive. But to be honest, I'm still quite happy with it. I will take 30% any day. Now, I'll show you briefly here what our current asset allocation is looking like. I've switched back to dynamic hedging, so Stoic is doing it all for me. At one point I did have it on 30%, but I've changed it back, and to be honest, it's pretty much stayed the same. Now, another good thing about Stoic is their customer service. I know not everybody agrees, but whenever I've had to contact them, they've always been quick to respond, very polite and very helpful.
Hi, how are you?
They haven't managed to solve everything, so yeah, perhaps they could be more useful in that aspect, but their general manner and way of going about things has been very good in my experience. Now the bad. At the start of these 6 months, the app was terrible. It crashed all the time, chart never worked. But since then, they have updated it a lot and it looks a lot nicer. The user interface is much more easy to use, but it still does have its issues. The chart still sometimes bugs out and doesn't work, and that's something I'd really like to see fixed. Secondly, another thing that really bugged me was the referral links not working. So I mentioned earlier that I had put out referral links before, but they didn't work, and I just think that's something that shouldn't happen. If you're trying to get a discount off something and you think you're getting a discount and then suddenly the link doesn't work, it's a bit of a bummer, really. Now, another potential downside of Stoic is something that I've received a fair few comments about, and that's people saying that instead of using something like Stoic, gaining experience for yourself and trading yourself, you can earn a lot more money. And yeah, sure, you might be able to. Well, maybe 5% of people. The rest of people will just lose money and probably won't dedicate the time needed to learn how to do it properly. So for the vast majority of people, this is a safer and better option. But sure, you're probably not learning too much about trading doing this, so potential downside. Okay, one final thing in the bad section, that's the management fee. 5% is very high. If you compare it to index funds and things like that and Vanguard, which has a 0.2% fee, then it's huge. However, you do expect a much greater return given it is cryptocurrency, and I'm still profiting at the moment, so it's not too big an issue right now. But I could see it becoming an issue in the future. Now the ugly. I won't go into too much detail with this, but you'll know if you've seen my previous videos that my Stoic account got hacked or glitched or something was wrong with it anyway. I still don't know where the blame lies exactly, but it just made me feel a little bit unsafe, or my Stoic account feel unsafe. If you want to hear the full story about what happened, then watch this video here. Now, a second big red flag is that they use Binance. And if you're in the rest of the world, that might be okay, but in the UK, there's currently some regulatory issues with Binance and they're not cooperating with the government. It's not really what you want to hear from a company that are holding your money. I'm not sure on the current situation, to be honest, but at one point you weren't able to withdraw your money and there was other issues like that. The fact that Stoic do use Binance, even though it's not their platform, is still quite a big red flag for me, and there's something I'm a little bit worried about, to be honest. So overall, what's the verdict? Well, it certainly has its issues, but it has been improving a lot over time, and it has returned me a profit. And that's all you can really ask for anything. However, the main issues surrounding Binance and also my experience with my account getting hacked, it does make me feel a little bit uneasy sometimes. It doesn't make me feel 100% certain in the future of it. However, if $1,000 isn't a huge amount of your portfolio, I would say it's definitely worth having a go. It is interesting and it has returned me a decent profit. And you can't really complain about making that money. I'll see you next time.